And Browns getting ready for a 4:25 national game on Sunday where they will travel to New England to face the New England Patriots. Former Browns head coach Bill Belichick has the Patriots 7-0 as they head into this game and looking the part as the best team in the NFL. Belichick has 299 career wins. Number 300 would put him in elite company as only Don Shula and George Halas have 300 career wins in the NFL. Belichick could join that with a win against the Browns on Sunday. The Patriots are working on a short week after dismantling the Jets. On Monday night, they looked impressive, but it doesn't sound like they're taking the 2-4 Browns lightly at all.
Started on the short week here with Cleveland, and certainly a lot of explosive players to worry about with this team. They got a lot of weapons on offense, defense, special teams. Make a lot of big plays, and certainly cause a lot of problems. So, Coach Kitchens is a very aggressive coach offensively. They do a good job attacking defenses and create a lot of explosive plays in all areas of the game. Great runner, receivers, quarterback, experienced offensive line. Defensively, they do a good job turning the ball over, create negative plays, long yardage, 3 and outs, and special teams. Two good returners, good return game, good coverage players, big kicker, punter. So solid team with a lot of talent that John Dorsey and Coach Kitchens, their organization, have put together. So a big challenge for us Sunday. Short week here to get ready for these guys and play competitively. They do a lot of things well, cause a lot of problems.
Raise your hand, roll. Good question. Good, Mike.
Bill, you guys announced it, the transaction on the trade for Sanu. What traits does he have that you look forward to seeing how he fits here with you guys?
Yeah, he's a very experienced receiver. He's had a lot of production. Excited to have him. See how it goes. See how it goes.
Odell and Jarvis Landry are the names, but Callaway is as explosive as they come. Nick Chubb is running away from guys in the secondary, which you don't see a lot from running backs in the NFL. And then Seals Jones has made quite a bit of plays down the field as well. So as a unit, you have to make sure all of us are in position to do the right thing. We can't. I can't help for somebody else or somebody help me because they just have too many explosive players. I think even the way Baker Mayfield played, he's able to escape the pocket, still throw the ball on the money. The deep ball he threw against Seattle where he was rolling right and was able to throw it to Odell down the sideline. So it's an offense that you have to be ready to go. They have a ton of big plays in the pass game and running game. So it's a true kind of do your job game for us defensively between the front, the linebackers, and the secondary is each one of us doing what we're supposed to do on every defensive call.
Why do you think the zero blitz stuff has been so effective for you guys this year? With the ghost comments that Darnold made, but it seems like you've done that for multiple weeks now against multiple different quarterbacks.
It's really just, I think any of our defensive calls is knowing who's supposed to be where and then executing it. It's when we talk about doing something in practice, if this guy goes here, you do this, it's when it comes up in the game, it's actually doing that. And I think when you do that over and over again, repetition, then you can play fast and aggressive in a defense. So whether that's blitz zero, whether that's a zone coverage, I think anything we've run this year, when we do it right and everybody lines up and does what they're supposed to do, it usually turns out well for us. But there's even some of those blitz zeros where we don't do that, and then it doesn't turn out well because of that. So I think it has to be that sense of urgency to get it right on all our defensive calls because that's the only way we'll have success.
You've been on a lot of successful defensive teams. Obviously, you have some rings in your safety deposit box, but what is it that allows this one? Is this like a good marriage of the intelligence, experience, and the athleticism to sort of cover all phases, all areas?
I think so far we've done a good job of that, but I can't compare. We're only 7 games in. We can stink for the rest of the season, and then no one will talk about us being a good defense anymore. So I think we obviously have a good group of guys when it comes to having knowledge of the system, still, not old enough to be, use a cane and still can run around a little bit out there. I think we have that, but I think it's the mentality of coming and working each day during the week to kind of be prepared for Sunday. I think guys' attitudes of not having it, understanding that we're in a close race each week to try to out-prepare our opponents and, taking a unique week like this where, Cleveland's on a bye week, we come off a Monday night game. Like, are we going to work our butts off to try to get as prepared as they are because they had a couple days advantage on us? So I think it's that mentality that's helped us out as a defense, but even overall as a team.
Yeah, Myles Garrett, Olivia Vernon, those are two guys off the edge who are very dangerous, can change the game, create negative plays. And, they're young, athletic defense and like to create turnovers and negative plays. So it's going to be a good challenge for us. And like I said, each and every week we're just trying to get better and better as an offense. And, last week was a good step in the right, or last week on Monday was a good step in the right direction. So hopefully we can keep that going.
Chiefs, another quick turnaround. How tough are these going from 4 days to 11 days now back to another quick kind of turnaround for you guys?
It's just part of being in the NFL. You just have to be able to focus on short weeks or be able to adjust on short weeks and turn the page from the Jets now to the Browns and getting healed up as much as possible so you can go out there and put your best foot forward. So all of us as players are study up on the Browns. We haven't played them in a few years now, so getting to know their players, their coaches, so we're super prepared.
You see your defense every day in practice. I can imagine that you're not surprised by the way they're playing, but even at this level, are you a little surprised to see how dominant they've been? A couple goose eggs, the way they shut them out.
It's not really surprising. Those guys work hard in practice. They play well together. They can rush the passer. They can cover, do whatever they need to do to stop the run. So, they've been continuing to get better each and every week. It's been pretty cool to see. They've had our back all year long, and I'm sure those guys will keep it going.
This is the most talented 2-4 team, top to bottom, you've ever seen?
Every team in the NFL is talented, honestly, and anybody can get beat on any given Sunday if you're not prepared. But, these guys have a lot of great players on their team, and like I said, they're going to come out ready to go, coming off a bye week, so they'll be refreshed. So, like I said, they're going to give their best shot.
And the Browns, 2-4, will travel to meet the unbeaten Patriots. New England has only given up 48 points all season long defensively.